The Duke of Sussex is personally connecting with donors who contributed to the statue of Princess Diana, which was unveiled by Prince Harry and Prince William in July. This comes after the Californian-based prince announced he and Meghan Markle would not be attending his mother's memorial party, which is due to be held at Kensington Palace on October 19. A source told that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will not be in attendance at the private get-together. They said, "Harry is personally connecting with donors regarding the event. The relationship between Harry and William is still very much one of distance. I don't just mean physical distance across the Atlantic, but they are not talking that much. There are still feelings of anger about the way the couple carried out their departure from their royal lives." Around 100 guests are expected to join the Duke of Cambridge at the palace, including close family friends such as Elton John, as well as Diana's former staff and members of the Spencer family. The delayed event was originally due to take place on July 1, to mark Princess Diana's 60th birthday and to thank donors who had helped fund the statue of Diana. Due to COVID-19, the party was delayed and the statue unveiling was scaled down to a core group of relatives, which included Diana's 3 siblings. For the statue unveiling, Prince Harry returned to the UK and accompanied Prince William to the sunken garden at Kensington Palace. Meghan Markle remained in California with their 2-year-old son Archie, and their 4-week-old baby daughter Lilibet Diana. The two brothers had commissioned the statue in 2017 to mark what would have been their mother's milestone birthday. Designed by Ian Rank Broadley, it has been placed in the sunken garden and shows the Princess of Wales surrounded by 3 children, which aims to be representative of her humanitarian work during the later years of her life. Whilst Prince William and Prince Harry are both committed to preserving their mother's legacy, the relationship between the two brothers remains tense. Their relationship became strained after the Sussexes decided to break away from the royal family and relocate to California. During their bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey in March, Prince Harry spoke of his relationship with Prince William, characterizing it as space. He also said they were on different paths and claimed that his brother was trapped within the institution. Despite displaying a united front during the funeral of Prince Philip in April, and the unveiling of Diana's statue in July, reconciliatory talks between the two have reportedly been unproductive. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle has not seen her royal in-laws since she completed her final royal engagements in March 2020. It's just over a year since it emerged Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had signed a huge £112 million deal with Netflix, causing panic at the palace about what was to come. And eyebrows were raised last week when the platform aired Diana, the musical, a Broadway show depicting the story of the late Princess Diana. The show focuses on the love triangle between Diana, Prince Charles, and Camilla Parker Bowles, and has been criticized for being insensitive and crass, with hysterically awful lyrics. One online user wrote, "This musical is a complete insult to the Queen and Princess Diana's memory." And fans and critics alike were quick to comment on the fact that the biographical show had been commissioned by Diana's son Harry's employers. Columnist Dan Wootton wrote, "If Prince Harry isn't writing his resignation letter to Netflix at this very moment after the international release of the revolting Diana musical, then he is a man devoid of morals." It's not the first time Netflix has aired TV shows about Diana's life. Earlier this year, The Crown Season 4 portrayed her teenage years, joining the royal family and her unhappy marriage to Prince Charles. Last week, pictures emerged of Elizabeth Debicki, who plays Diana, filming scenes in Spain for the 5th series. A documentary called Diana, in her own words, also aired on the streaming service last year. And, showing how Diana's popularity seems to be at an all-time high, Hollywood movie Spencer, starring Kristen Stewart, premiered earlier this month, too. Now, Diana's former butler, who worked at both Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace for a decade, says the couple's affiliation with Netflix is evidence they're exploiting their royal connection. Paul, 63, says, "The world is just as, if not more, fascinated by and adoring of Diana as when she was alive. The interest in her has skyrocketed in recent years. When Harry and Meghan made their Netflix deal, it was already streaming The Crown. While the show had not yet entered Diana's era, I'm sure they were both sharp enough to realize it would eventually cover her life. Harry's always insisted he's sensitive about his mother's portrayal on the world stage, but clearly didn't mind that his employers would be exploiting her life in one of their shows. They appear to be turning a blind eye to the Diana musical, which just adds to the impression that Harry and Meghan are cashing in on Diana and their royal connection. Presumably, they won't cut ties with Netflix because of it, because they thrive off the interest in Diana. It's what makes them bankable. Harry and Meghan knew who they were getting into bed with when they signed that deal. It was too much money to say no to. Since the couple moved to the US last year, the divide between Harry and Meghan and the royal family, Notably, Prince William has widened after their shocking tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey, where they made accusations of racism and mental health neglect. Meghan also called out her sister-in-law Kate Middleton for making her cry before her wedding. Harry went on to criticize his royal upbringing and his father's parenting, saying in a podcast he felt trapped and was encouraged to keep quiet about his mental health struggles in his teens and 20s. Last month, eagle-eyed fans spotted a wire hanging out of Harry's trousers while the couple were on a visit to New York, sparking rumors they were filming their mini-tour for a potential Netflix show. Harry and Meghan have also been commissioned to write 4 books for publishing giant Penguin Random House, the first of which is said to be a memoir by Harry, out next autumn. And Paul says there'll no doubt be more bombshells.